Well, hello everybody. I'm out today in a different place. I'm in my local pub because I don't drink alcohol anymore, but I get a free refill tea and coffee all day long. So I sometimes come here to work. I try and be very positive when I come on and make these videos, and it's been difficult because for the last month, 6 weeks especially, I've really been thinking this is going to fail. This business will fail. There's nothing I can do. I'm struggling. And it all came about because of the advertising was not working. And there were so many problems. And I was spending money and not getting anything. In fact, I'm just going to spin the camera around and show you something. This is a Facebook advertising platform. Now, when you see this for the first time, it's like trying to figure out piloting the lunar shuttle. So if I show you, let's have a look, all tools, all of these, you have to learn how all of these things work, right? And it's so crazy. But the most important one is what we call the events manager. So when somebody clicks something on your website, it comes up as an event. And your commerce manager, which has all of your products. All these products come from my website, and they all have a special serial number. So whenever somebody clicks something, in fact, I'll show this. I have a special extension here that shows me when we click something, we'll send a page view, we send a button click, view content. So if I add to cart, we should, when it's added to cart, it should say, there we go, we've had an add to cart. When you click something there, it shows up here. And the big problem I was having is these serial numbers were not coming through from my website. So this is really strange. I'm clicking on my website and it's not coming through. And so the advertising algorithm doesn't know that something's being clicked. So it thinks, oh, well, that's not a valuable customer. Get rid of them. And let's try somebody else. And it just kept trying to find new customers and it couldn't find anything. And I had spent at this point, I think, about £1,000 in advertising with no sales at all. And it's like, wow, what's going wrong? And it wasn't just me. Other people were having problems. And of course, because Facebook's new advertising system is so new, you look on YouTube or whatever, nobody knows how it works. So I figured out the only way to do this was to do a real deep dive and become an expert. And then I've made a discovery that Facebook and Google were having a problem, that when somebody made a sale on Facebook, Google were claiming responsibility for it. So it was like the messages were coming through to both, to Google and to Facebook. Now, I don't advertise on Google because I can't sell audio adventures with a picture. I need a video. So I'm only using Facebook. So it didn't occur to me that the problem might be with Google because I don't use Google advertising. But I started digging into it a little bit deeper, and I found here in my events manager, integrations. So integrations is how my website and Facebook talks to one another. And there are various things. If I scroll down far enough, there is something that I would never use, the Google Tag Manager. But it turns out that my website uses Google Tag Manager for things like analytics, for who visited the page. I didn't know this. This is like through the web provider, through the hosting, the web hosting. So Google was injecting these data sets, these events into my website that was confusing Facebook. And when all this failed, it turned out that my e-commerce platform, they had seen a problem across the board for everybody. So they tweaked their system, and that's why it was sending the wrong numbers. So Google is on my website that shouldn't be. It's sending data to Facebook, which is conflicting. Facebook have put filters to try and stop that, and my e-commerce provider have changed their system. So 3 things changed, nothing to do with me, and now I have no idea what's working. And I have to spend money every day to fix the problem, because I can't just fix the problem. You need to run the adverts and see if it works or not. So it's taken me, I was all ready for January 1st, and by the second week of January, I realized we're not getting any sales. And I've spent at least a week just digging into this like crazy. And I finally got the system working, but I don't know if I have the right strategy yet. And there is an awful feeling when you're spending money every day. And you think, I don't know what the solution is and nobody else does, but I'll spend money the next day, I'll spend money the next day, I'll spend money the next day. That you have to start really questioning, wow, okay, when do I pull the plug? When do I say no more? That's it, it stops. Now, thankfully, just since yesterday, the adverts are going out, they are being clicked. I can see on the website that people are looking at products and looking at things. Okay, so this is my real-time analytics. It tells you that I've had 3 visitors in the last 30 minutes, and these are the visitors. So if I click, let's click on the top one. What happened? Yeah. So they arrived on the best value bundle. They've had a look at that. Oh, I looked at it twice. Okay. I can see what people have come and what they've looked at. But at least I know that people are coming and looking, because I went through 2 weeks without getting any clicks, without anything working. And Facebook are saying that people are clicking, but they're not getting information back, so they can't record it. And then I found out Google was sending them this information. Yeah, mate, yeah, somebody's clicked. I just feel as though this whole problem has set the roadmap back by about 2 months, maybe 3 months. So everything is now a few months behind. Anyway, I'm here. I've got my cup of tea. I'm working on Bank Robbing Buddies. I've got my little pad here, and I'm working on the story part for how you meet these 3 women, which I decided I really didn't like what I had, and I've thrown it all away to start again. And you're going to get 3, almost like 3 mini stories as these 3 women meet up, and what happened to them is that, like, it's almost like a flashback. That this is the story of this person, this is the story of the next person. We've got computer hacking, we've got an aerobics workout, we've got car theft and hot wiring a vehicle. There's a lot of cool mini games in this one, so I'm so excited for this. I just hope we can sell to people. I hope we've got some customers.